Thank you very much.
Madam Chairman and members, Karen Yelverton Zamaripa with the California State University. I just want to start with one simple statement. There is no better return on investment than in education in California. And what we have done in this state as it relates to investing not only in K-12, but in the future through higher education is envied throughout the world. And we all have a common goal in trying to retain that. SB 15 is a very comprehensive, thoughtful approach to how we're going to plan for this state's future. And as Michelle indicated, we have had challenges. We've all had challenges, and you've had very difficult choices that you've had to make over this last very difficult economic time. But we are coming back, and now is the time to reinvest in the opportunities that we promised students through the master plan. I think a couple things I just want to highlight, and I think that there's a good synergy here that you probably don't need to hear a lot from us this morning, except I do want to highlight a couple of things. You know, the California State University serves an incredibly diverse population, and we're really proud of our mission in doing so. What that means is that we have students that may have the needs for additional support services to get from point A to point B and to completion. And SB 15 is one of the first opportunities I've seen where somebody's been very explicit about their need to invest in that side of the house, as well as investing in the additional faculty that are teaching the courses in a classroom, online, or in other forms. It's also a recognition that we have unique students who are on the cusp of graduating in 4 years. Our average time to degree is actually 4.7 years. I know representation is that it's much different than that, but in fact, the difference is that we report 4-year and we report 6-year, and the federal government doesn't report anything in between. So students who don't make 4 years are immediately put in that 6-year category, but in fact, it's about 4.7. With the incentive grants that Senator De Leon and Senator Block and Senator Lieu are proposing here, we can push students one more step to taking the 15 units a term they need to complete in 4 years. Just over 50% of our students take about 13 to 14 units. Pushing them one step further to get to 15 in circumstances where they can with the incentive grants so they don't have to work as many hours, we think will improve that time to degree and open up those slots for those other students that are waiting for the same opportunity. So for those reasons, we urge your support, and we appreciate the investment that you're willing to make in higher education. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. Veronica Villalobos with the Association of Independent California Colleges and Universities. AICCU is very supportive of SB 15, particularly the comprehensive approach it takes to alleviate needs in higher education and the fact that it's focused on students' access and success. We specifically appreciate the repeal of the pending 11.3% cut to Cal Grant students who would like to attend a private nonprofit college in the state. If the cut were to go through, the award level would drop to what it was prior to 1998. The students we're talking about here are overwhelmingly first generation. 63% are first generation students in the sector. Cal Grant students are overwhelmingly students of color, and this cohort of students have shown to graduate at faster rates than their counterparts across the segments. So we believe it's counterintuitive and productive to cut student aid at a time when demand exceeds capacity in the state and at a time when the need for college-educated workers is so significant. So again, we thank the authors and appreciate your support.
Thank you very much. Please.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Manuel Flores. I'm an AB 540 student, immigrant, parent, and a youth leader with Asian American Advance in Justice, LA. I'm a current first-year student at West Los Angeles College, working on my associate's degree in criminal justice. Even though it is tough, financially, going back and forth to financial aid offices has been a struggle to figure out whether or not my classes are being paid, or identifying the main source of where financial aid is coming from. I'm looking forward to transferring in time to a 4-year college, either to Cal State University of Los Angeles or Cal State University of Dominguez Hills, to expand my education and be able to obtain a higher degree. What SB 15 proposes will help me do this. The completion scholarships will make my higher education dreams a reality. After doing 2 years at a community college, having financial and academic support encourages me to continue to Cal State University. Because it is possible to pay tuition, enroll in courses, and finish my degree on time. This will benefit me to enlighten my career in criminal justice and allow me to be a role model to my 2-year-old daughter. By seeing her father finish school on time, because even though every day is a struggle, coming home and seeing a smile from my daughter encourages me to keep going and strive for success in my education. Therefore, SB 15 will not only benefit me, but others who are AB 540, student parents, or to expand our goals into a higher education in life. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Minh Treat Dao, and I'm a first-generation Vietnamese American college student, as well as a youth leader at Asian Americans Advancing Justice, Los Angeles. I strongly believe that SB 15 will greatly support me financially in my college education to obtain my degree on time. My dad is 77 and my mom is 67, so the support from my siblings and my education is very limited. Because my older brother, who is 29, has cerebral palsy and is mentally illness, he has been in and out of community college for the past decade. After high school, I went to Santa Monica College, where I had to take on multiple responsibilities, such as taking care of my elderly parents and looking after my older brother. Instead of 2 years, it took me 4 years to transfer to Cal State Los Angeles due to numerous complications. Because I spent an extra 2 years at a community college that took most of my financial aid, I will most likely have to pay out of pocket for the rest of my college education at Cal State Los Angeles. As we are already struggling financially, this will put an even greater burden on my family's financial stability. With the passing of SB 15, there will be more funding in public higher education, which will bring in more resources such as financial aid, advisors, courses, and student services to help me and other students pursue a degree. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Okay, others in support.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members. Megan Brightwell here on behalf of the California Federation of Teachers. Pleased to be in support.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, my name is Meredith Turner, and I'm here on behalf of the California State Student Association, which represents the 460,000 students in the CSU. And to save time, I have to echo the sentiments of the CSU, particularly on the note that SB 15 recognizes the CSU student story. And its goal is to help ensure that the students now and who come next have the opportunity to access and receive a quality education at the CSU. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Erica Romero on behalf of the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities in support.
Thanks.
Good morning, Janet Lopez representing the University of Southern California. I also want to align my comments with my colleague Veronica. Our sector is very supportive and appreciative of the Senate's continued leadership on restoring the Cal Grant Award for our private nonprofit students. We have over 2,400 Cal Grant students at USC currently, and 60% of them come from families who make less than $40,000 a year. So really supportive of the bill. I want to thank the Senate for their continued leadership on this. Thanks.
Thank you.
Madam Chair and members, Rebecca Gonzalez with the National Association of Social Workers California chapter in strong support.
Thank you, Chair and members. Mark McDonald, McCallum Group on behalf of the Los Angeles, Los Rios, and South Orange County Community College Districts. And I'll just say for community college districts, the two best things from financial aid is to increase the number of Cal Grant Bs and to increase the stipend, access stipend. And I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the Pro Tem and his leadership on also increasing the stipend. So we're in support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair and members, Brian Rivas on behalf of the Education Trust West. Happy to be here in support.
Thank you.
Hi, Laura Szabo-Kubitz with the Institute for College Access and Success, also known as TICAS. One of our top priorities is to increase the number of competitive Cal Grants authorized each year, and we are very pleased with SB 15's inclusion of additional competitive awards. This current academic year, there were 17 eligible applicants for every available award, and SB 15's additional 7,500 competitive grants is a much-needed step in the right direction towards serving the hundreds of thousands of eligible applicants each year who don't receive an award simply because there aren't enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chairwoman Liu and members of the committee, Steve Juarez on behalf of the University of California. As was noted by Senator Block, we are support in concept. We cannot currently provide our unqualified support, but we do believe that the bill is headed in the right direction, and we want to encourage keeping it moving in that direction. The conversations that we believe need to be continued revolve around issues such as the level of the enrollment of resident California students, the level of funding received from non-resident tuition and what that level should be, and then third, the appropriate mix of academic services, academic quality, and student support services that have been identified in the bill. In the legislative intent section, it mentions the fact that one of the goals is to help the university rescind its decision that was made in November regarding tuition. And I can tell you that should we get to that point, that there's sufficient funding provided, nothing would make President Napolitano and the regents of the university happier than to be able to rescind that decision. So we hope that we can work toward that end and appreciate the work that's been done by the Senate, by the senators, by the staff, and look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members. Tony Rice on behalf of the 1,600 employers in the Los Angeles Area Chamber of Commerce, in very strong support of the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any others in support? Is there any opposition? Seeing none, hearing none. Are there any questions from members? Senator Hancock.
Well, I really don't have a question, but as a proud co-author of the bill and a person who sat on the select committee on looking at the higher education master plan of the state a few years ago, all I can say is it's about time, and thank both of you for bringing this bill forward. I think it will set us on the path that we need to be on to make sure that we continue to have a higher ed system in California that is accessible to every young person that works hard and has the ability to improve their life. You know, I would be willing to move the bill.
Thank you. Okay, no other questions or comments? Senator Huff?
Just like to say I'm, I guess, a dying breed. I was able to get through college in 4 years, and I see the value of doing that, getting in the workplace, being productive soon. And I do think this bill is past due, where we express our commitment as a state government to helping those kids that are ready, that have the time, the ability, the desire to get through quickly. I think we should facilitate that, and so I gladly support the bill. Thank you.
Okay, all right. And, you know, I'm a Me Too, but so I won't say. It's well needed. So let's call the roll.
Do passed appropriations. Liu.
Aye.
Liu, aye. Huff. Huff, aye. Block.
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock.
Aye.
Aye. Hancock. Leyva. Mendoza. Pan.
Aye.
Aye. Pan. Vidak.
Aye.
Aye. Vidak. That is 6.
6, the bill is out. Congratulations. We'll keep the roll open for absent members.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bills are heard and signed in order. So the next person on the docket is Senator Hill. Is he here? And then we're looking for Senator Hernandez, but I'll take a motion on the consent calendar today. There are 6 bills on the consent. Thank you very much. Consent, strict consent is item 3, SB 369 block, and item 9, SB 436, the Education Omnibus Bill. The other 4 bills are as amended. That's item 5, SB 416 Huff, item 6, SB 418 Morel, item 10, SB 445 Liu, and item 11, SB 597 Huff, as amended. So it's been moved. Let's call the roll.